Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to clarify a common misconception about number of moles. So a lot of students believe that number of mole is a quantity, whereas it is not. But because chemistry questions will ask students to find the number of mole, question will tell them to calculate the number of mole, what is the number of mole? And since at the end they will get a number, so they always think it is the quantity. So, and of course, from the definition of quantity or physical quantity in science, so physical quantities are measurable properties of matter. So properties of matter are just things we use to describe matter, like the color, the smell, the length, the mass, and the likes. So for instance, color and smell, for instance, these are not properties you can measure. You cannot get them in terms of number, so they are not quantifiable. So for that reason, they are not qualified to be called quantities. So quantities are just those properties of matter that are measurable. Like the length, you can measure the length of a door. You can measure, length is a quantity, a physical quantity. Mass is also a physical quantity. I hope you understand. So when you ask to find something, you have to calculate something. It doesn't necessarily make that stuff the quantity. Just like in mole now. If you ask to find the number of mole, it doesn't make number of mole the quantity. So in such questions, the actual quantity you are calculating is the amount of substance. So amount of substance is the actual quantity in that question. So just like length, the unit is in meter, mass, the unit is in kilogram, the amount of substance is in mole. So the unit of the amount of substance is the mole. So it's just like asking you to find the number of meters. So in that case, you get a number expressed in meter. So what you're actually calculating is not, so that meter is not your quantity. It's rather the unit. So what you are calculating is just the length. So the same thing here. So if you're asked to find the number of mole, so you are just calculating the amount of substance. The number of mole, so the mole is actually the unit. So, and of course, the amount of substance has the symbol N, just like the symbol for mass is M, and for length is L. So now for the unit of length is in meter, for mass is in kilogram. So the unit of amount of substance is mole. Now for kilogram, the symbol for kilogram is kg, and the symbol for meter is M. So the symbol for mole is also mole, but without the E. So just like if you are given your question that a mass of 2 kg, so they won't pluralize the kg, even though they can even say 12 kg. So it won't be 12 kgs. So the same thing, it is wrong to get your number of mole and you add s. So as in 12 moles. So it's wrong. So it is just 12 moles. So you don't pluralize the units. I hope you understand. So in your calculation, you write 12 mole. So it's better to write this and not 12 mole. Even though if you write 12 kilogram, you are still correct, but in your calculation, what would you write? You rather write 12 kilogram. So it's better to write 12 mole and not 12 mole. So now also, it is wrong to capitalize these units. So because the units that are often capitalized are those units that are named after scientists like Newton. So this unit of force is named after Isaac Newton. Pascal is also named, so the unit of pressure is also named after a scientist. Joule is also named after a scientist. So these are units that can be capitalized, but for moles, for meters, you don't capitalize them because they are not named after any person. So a mole is just a quantifying unit, like I've said. So 1 mole contains exactly this number of particles. So this number of specified particles, specified entities like atoms, molecules, ions, and the likes. So, and it is called the Avogadro's number. Avogadro's number. Yeah. So that is just it. Just to reiterate, amount of substance is the actual quantity. So mole is just the unit. So and that is where this video is going to be ending. And if you like this video, if this video is helpful for you, ensure you like it and subscribe for more educative content like this. And when you do, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be the first person to get notified whenever I release a new video. Thanks for watching, and you can also share the video to your friends that are offering chemistry as well. Bye for now, and I'm going to see you in the next video.